The last 48 hours have been a whirlwind of changes when it comes to Ark. I had to look at my calendar and check, and I can confirm it's just midweek. We haven't even made it to Friday in another community crunch. What's going on, everybody? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and welcome back to the channel for more Ark news. And there's been a metric crap ton of it flying out of Studio Wildcard. We've got a surprise launch date for PlayStation, turkey trials being delayed yet again, Xbox save issues persist, the big PvP cheater announcement, plus, as if that wasn't enough, we've got some more interesting Ark stats being made public by Snail Games. Yeah, it's going to be a busy update today, but I do appreciate your support through it all. In case you haven't yet done so, remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest Ark News Upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are greatly appreciated. Chapters are in place and available for this one, and let's dive into the latest from Ark. You know we have to lead off with the surprise announcement that PlayStation is getting bumped up to a release date of tomorrow, November the 30th. And as before, like we saw with the Xbox launch, expect the game to show up in the PlayStation Store starting at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. You'll get a few hours to download it, and then Wildcard will press go live, and you'll get one of those shotgun starts where everybody races onto the servers. Hopefully. Because the same joining servers failure issues we've seen already with PC and Xbox is still present in this PlayStation build, so it will be there for PlayStation with a fix for this issue built into a patch that needs to navigate through PlayStation CERT. Now, I'm assuming that the cross-platform mods will be functional as well, although Wildcard does not mention them in their PlayStation announcement. So, overall, better news than expected for PlayStation, as remember, we first heard, hey guys, same launch time as all the other platforms, then PlayStation was broken out and delayed, then delayed until late November, then delayed even further until early December, and now, poof, here it's back in November and going live tomorrow. Although, I do wonder what has happened behind the scenes to all of a sudden get PlayStation rolling faster than expected. Could we see something like with the Windows version where it launches with no anti-cheat, you know, something like that? Because the way this feels, at least to me, is that something was nixed, some corner was cut in order to speed up the launch timeline. Who knows? I guess we'll find out tomorrow, but welcome to Ark Survival Ascended, PlayStation. In conjunction with the PlayStation launch, Turkey Trials is again being pushed back, and I've lost track of how many delays and iterations of this mod we've seen announced. I wonder if even Wildcard knows what is going on with this one, but since we're getting PlayStation sooner than expected, and since the PC and Xbox launch version of Trials would not work with PS5, Wildcard is again delaying the event, this time up until December the 8th, but with a version that will function on all platforms, so everyone will get to experience murder turkeys in Unreal Engine 5. And now we are deeper into December and still dealing with turkeys, and it feels like we should be moving along over to Winter Wonderland instead. I only wish the Dodo Rex was a part of this event, and I haven't seen it mentioned anywhere in any of these announcements. Now on to some less than stellar news, and the issues with Xbox saves, or Xbox not saving or wiping saves, is still ongoing. And for anyone out there going through this or has seen hundreds of hours of progress wiped, I want you to know I feel terrible for you. I know there's a lot of talk about it on Reddit, the Discord, and the official forums. Players are developing and discussing workarounds, mostly centered on the dinos on the map that are simply overwhelming the save files. At least this is the theory. And in order to save your Xbox game, you need to use the Kill Wild Dinos console command to kind of clear the map, which is allowing some players to then save their progress. Now, as you know, I don't play on box, and I haven't seen an official workaround posted by Wildcard, so I cannot confirm if this works, but fingers crossed this gets fixed ASAP. So yeah, add that to the overwhelming list of critical issues that need attention. As soon as we get some sort of update on this one, expect a follow-up report. Alright, let's switch gears and take a quick look at Ark's publisher, Snail Games. Sorry, my throat hurts every time I say that name. Anyways, the first bit of info is that Snail has just filed another financial statement announcing that they are setting up yet another equity line of credit to the tune of 5 million buckaroos through the sale of stock in convertible notes. Now this one's kind of hot off the press, and remember, back when I posted that Ark video where I questioned why Snail would still be in their payment plan with Nitrado despite them bragging about all the copies of Ark Survival Ascended they had just sold on Steam. Well, here's part of why I felt that way. Despite ASA going on sale, they are still borrowing money, which leads me to the following conclusions. Either they didn't do nearly as well with the sales of ASA as they want us to believe, or they are still hemorrhaging money due to past failures and even ASA's launch isn't enough to bail them out, or, you know, maybe it's both. Who the hell knows? But what we do know, because Snail just told us, and this second new filing, is how dependent on Ark they truly are, and where their income comes from, as in percentage shares across the differing markets. Now for 2022, sorry, 2023 is not yet available, but for the previous year, Snail generated 90.8% of their income directly from Ark Survival Evolved, and for 2021, that percentage was 90.7%. So pretty consistent, and it's pretty shocking to think that they have all of their eggs in just this one Ark basket. Again, they are taking out another $5 million loan despite ASA apparently selling like hotcakes over on Steam. You do the math. And in terms of where that income is split across, Snail gives us the numbers here as well. Listen to this. 43.5% of their income is from consoles, 42.4% from PC, and just 12.8% from mobile, and this is from the fiscal year 2022 results. So, Snail also says that they had a net income for 2022 of just $1 million. Again, some interesting stats here. Everything is tied to Ark, which we knew, the near even split across console and PC, with mobile gaming barely accounting for anything, and a net income of just $1 million for all of 2022. And on to the big W for Ark players, or at least it looks kind of that way. As you know, Ark PvP has been on fire with a cheater plague. I mean, I posted a video about it yesterday to the channel, so did many other content creators, and in response to that backlash, Wildcard posted this announcement to the official Discord pretty late last night, essentially acknowledging the cheater issues associated with the Windows version of Ark Survival Ascended, which, by the way, they have not acknowledged that in the past. Anyways, they have disabled Windows from joining crossplay for the Island PvP, Small Tribes, Modded, and Ark POC. They plan to use the time to collaborate with Microsoft and BattlEye to implement an anti-cheat system into the Windows version of the game, which should have been there from launch. And remember back when I mentioned PlayStation being bumped up and wondering what was cut in order to speed it up? Well, this is something that could have ended up on Microsoft's cutting room floor as Wildcard kind of scrambled to get the Xbox version ready for launch. I mean, no proof on this one, I'm just speculating, but it's a thought, right? But overall, great to see Wildcard has buckled to the community's demands and done something about the non-anti-cheat version of Ascended. But, you know, this doesn't solve the issue. Just remember that all they've done is send Windows to the corner of the room for a timeout. They haven't addressed the situation or punishments to be handed out for those obvious cheaters. There's nothing here about beefing up the enforcement and ticket resolutions for those that have submitted video proof of cheaters. There's no timeline as to when anti-cheat will be patched into the Windows version. All they have done is isolate the offending platform, which is still good, as now Steam and Xbox can hopefully continue on minus the blatant cheaters, but this is far from resolved. Wildcard still needs to announce resolutions for the obvious issues with the tickets being ignored, punishments for those that were caught red-handed, and how Windows is going to be monitored going forwards when they are eventually integrated back into the crossplay servers. But overall, good to see that the community, when united, can enact change. Make sure to leave me any feedback you have about Ark, and I will do my best to respond. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are greatly appreciated. All my socials can be found in the video description below. Shout out to to the over 181,000 of you that have stuck with me and hit subscribe, and a special thanks goes out to my Patreon supporters and to those of you firing over those much appreciated YouTube super chats. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.